Hey everyone, I'm Neely with GoDaddy Pro to talk to you all about WordCamp Minneapolis. And for that, I have a special guest, Christine. She's going to take us through what makes WordCamp so special and give us some insight into her own business. So first off, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. So let's give the audience a little bit of an understanding of who you are. What do you do with WordPress? What do you do with just outside of WordPress with your business?
WordPress is the majority of my digital business. Junebird Creative was founded in 2015 after I left an agency. And the reason I left the agency is because I really liked doing a bunch of different things. And as the agency grew, I wasn't able to do as many things, including UX or brand design or just kind of helping do some consulting stuff with clients. And so I started Junebird Creative. And the WordPress side of my business is really what I use for building websites for clients. A lot of my clients are small, and I feel like WordPress is the platform that allows them to manage their own website and is scalable, and the community is great. So Junebird Creative is a WordPress shop, I would say.
That's awesome. So what were some of the first steps that you did to really get your business off the ground?
Well, I quit the agency, which was a big step forward. I called my dad one day and I was like, I quit my job. And he's like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I think I'm just going to try and do my own thing with what I used to do. So that was step one. Step two was just to kind of take anything that would come my way digitally and physically. So I call myself a digital and physical marketing company. That was anything from flyers to a gala to building a new website in WordPress. The first ones I think I did have now been redone because, sometimes they're rough.
Right.
And just really trying to build what I like to call a co-op of people that I can rely on. So that's taken a while. But I now have people who do some writing who I can count on, some people do some back end dev. So having those other people kind of colleagues has really helped being a one woman shop.
Right. It's really not just you. You have a network behind you that really helps you and different things. That's fantastic. Looking at WordCamp, can you, in your own words, tell us what makes WordCamp so special?
So my story of coming to WordCamp, I don't even know how I found WordCamp. I was Googling one day and I literally came across the site and I emailed the person who was running it and I was like, I would love to get involved. Can I volunteer? And she's like, sure. And so she sent me the Slack invite and bam, like I was an instant volunteer. And I think one of the things that I love about WordCamp, it's really a good mix and a good balance of allowing people of all stages to come in and learn some things. And the community is so open to lots of different ways of doing things. So, some people are Gutenberg, some people are WP Bakery, and there just seems to be a really great acceptance in the community and really wanting people to succeed and kind of help people along the way.
Yeah, and I love that. There's not really any competitors when you go to a WordCamp. Like I'm a web designer myself and I meet other web designers and we're not out trying to get each other's clients. We're giving each other our best tips and really just coming together as a community, which is fantastic. What were some of the highlights from the sessions that you have seen?
Some of the stuff I've really liked watching is the stuff that I probably will never get into, like headless commerce and some of the other like really significant backend stuff that pretty much went over my head, but I feel like is nice to have an understanding of within the community.
So speaking of those best practices and tips that we all share with each other, can you share some of your best practices on how do you find new clients with your business?
So I've been super lucky, I guess, to say that all of my business has been referral or repeat business. And so a couple of the things that I think help me in this area is just being honest, authentic, and fair in everything I do. I had some issues with servers a couple of years back, and I spent hours trying to get people's websites back up, and that wasn't their fault, and it needed to just be something that I ate. And I let people know, I communicate very well. I tell people, what's going on. My old boss told me, and I'll never forget this, bad news doesn't get better with age. And I really kind of really try and live by that. So, hey, I didn't get this done. Here's what my plan to get it done going forward is. Or, hey, your server crashed. We have a backup. What did you update yesterday? Just being really, really transparent. And then I think also being organized but flexible. So one of the things with agency life that really didn't work for me was what you put in a proposal would always be kind of what was measured by. And there are so many factors that can change during the process of a website build. And so I try to build in some flexibility in my proposals and the projects, and just really, I don't want to go off on a total tangent on anything, but I do want to allow people the flexibility to make changes and make decisions that whatever's best for their business.
No, that absolutely makes sense. Have you ever had to fire a client before?
So I prefer the phase out approach.
Okay.
I'm not really big into like the, iron fist. But I have been fired by a client, and that was a very interesting process. It was about, I don't know, halfway through where I am now. So about a year or 2 years ago. And it was one of those processes that I felt like really forced me to own what my shortcomings were, but then also realize that where the client had been a total jerk and had just unreasonable expectations. So that was a really good growth moment for me.
Yeah, it kind of goes both ways, and it's good to learn from, and we grow from it, and that's why your agency's thriving now, right?
Yep, exactly.
Well, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to talk about your business and some awesome tips and WordCamp Minneapolis, which is happening August 21st. Again, I'm Neely with GoDaddy Pro. We'll see you in the next video.